have to click on the menu, go to playback. We would have going 7 days back, no, ng mga programs. And you just have to click on what movie you want to watch, and it's gonna be there. No? So, sabi nga nila, you only have, with all the traffic now, busy sa work, you don't really have a lot of time to watch your favorite shows. But, ang option mo before, magpupuyat ka, no? But now, hindi mo na kailangan gawin yun. Okay, so, while there, you can pause. No? You can also fast forward. Okay. Or rewind. Okay. So, there's also our time shift function. You can actually book a program. So, for example, you want to be notified that a program is coming up. Your favorite show is coming up. You can just click there. It's booked. And so you will be notified that your program is about to start. Okay? So I don't think you have that now with your traditional cable system. So, that is how we do it on the set-top box. I'd like to call my very beautiful assistant. Salamat. Hindi na ako bebeso kasi baka mapanood ng asawa ko. So, like I said, one of the features of Freedom is mobility. So now you can watch it on your mobile devices, like an iPad. So you can actually move around the house. You can move around the house and just watch it here. So all of the controls are really very easy. You swipe up on the right side of the screen para mag-adjust ng volume. You swipe on the left side of the screen to adjust the brightness, and you can actually just swipe left para mag-rewind, no? And anytime you can just pause the program. So anything that you can do on the set-top box, pwede po natin gawin on our mobile devices. So if you see the star here, that is actually for your favorite program. So, medyo marami yung channels natin, no? And you really don't wanna surf through all of them. No? Mahirap yun. Either kabisado mo yung channel number, or mag-surf ka isa-isa, channel up, channel down. No? So, kung mahilig ka talaga, for example, sa HBO, you can just click here, and it will be on your favorite. One of the other feature namin is all the programs are actually grouped into genres. So if you look at this side, click here, it will show you all of the channels. But to make it easier for you, for example, gusto mong panoorin is movies, then you just swipe here to the category and it will show you all movie channels now. If you want to watch sports, just click there. All the sports channels are already there. Also, you really don't have to surf through all of the channels kung alam mo na yung gusto mong panoorin. Okay. So, we have categories for news, entertainment, local channels, religious channels, foreign. So, anything under the sun, dito na sa app namin. Okay. My assistant. Okay, so it also works on an Android device. Like here, I have my Freedom here, make sure I'm logged in, and I just go to ports, for example, go to HD, NVHD, where's my Wi-Fi? swipe left, I can rewind. If meron din siyang lock dito, no? You can lock the screen para if you touch it anywhere else, hindi naman siya magla-lock. So the app is available actually for Android devices. It's available for iOS, no? Okay. So again, this is Freedom. Freedom you can control, and it's a stream come true. Okay. So, kanina pinakita ko yung mga plans natin. No? We have 299, 499 for Metro Manila. We have 300, 500, and 700 for Northern Luzon. But, dahil sobrang bait ng Converge, no? We're gonna give all of our existing subscribers a free 30-day trial period. Free 30-day trial period. So, the way to do this is you just have to go through our microsite, freedom.convergeict.com. It's our microsite where you just put in your account number and some other details, and it will provide you the credentials you need para makapasok dun sa Freedom app. Okay, so if mga na-excite, 30 days free trial.
All right, thank you very much. Now we would like to open the floor for some questions. So we'd like to welcome back on stage Sir Boboy and Sir David to help us answer our questions with our media friends.
Pero may question muna ako. Do you know what's the difference between a vegetarian and a vegan? May nakakaalam ba nun? Difference ng vegetarian and vegan. Well, kanina nakita ko, HBO Hits HD at 5:30 will be showing this animated movie, The Barnyard. Alam niyo yung mga animals na nagsasalita pala. Panoorin niyo yun mamaya. And may segment doon, explain nila what is the difference between a vegetarian and a vegan. Kaya lang, kailangan naka-freedom kayo. Okay!
Yeah, so you know what to do. Thank you, Sir Boboy. So, before we start with the questions, I would like to throw the first question for both Sir David and Sir Boboy. We would like to know if Freedom app will run on internet network other than Converge.
Technically, yes. However, because of the contracts that we have with our content partners and the licenses from the regulator, it's currently limited only to the Converge network. Kasi we're not allowed, for example, to have this being used in the US or let's say in Cebu, which is not a franchise area. So it's all about regulation. Medyo ang regulation sa Philippines has to evolve it.
All right, thank you. So if you have follow-up questions, and if you actually have different questions, you may now ask our representatives and our heads here on stage. Yes.
Hi, I'm Ivo from Ivo&Grace.info. My question is, how many data does streaming or watching a certain TV show consume if I use the Converge? Like, if you're just going to, subscribe thing or nakatawag doon, inaano mo lang yung sa mga plan mo. So, ilan yung kinakain niya kaagad ng mga data?
Actually, depende siya on two factors. the type of content that you are watching and the type of the device na ginagamit mo. No? So, for example, for an SD channel, normally what it consumes on an app would be just 800 kilobits. No? But on an STB, that would consume about 1.2 megabits. So, pag ano naman, if you're using the set-top box, an HD channel would consume about 4.5 meg. And on a device, mga 2 meg. No? So, it's not really a lot. Plus, I think last December, we upgraded naman our plans. So those who had the 50 meg plans were upgraded to 75, and those in 100 were upgraded to 150. Plus we also have our add-on, our 10,499 plans, where for an additional 99 pesos you would get 10 meg para naman dun sa mga naka 25 meg na fiber plans natin.
So, just to put it in perspective, ang bandwidth usage niya is not different from YouTube, Facebook video, or Netflix. They're the same kasi standard-based naman yan.
Follow-up, would you recommend na kailangan ba prepaid subscriber ka or plan holder ka in order for you to enjoy Converge?
Sa Converge kasi ngayon, we only have postpaid or fixed rate plans na unlimited data. We don't have any prepaid today. And again, the first question, currently available siya on the Converge network because of regulatory issues.
Thank you very much. We would like to ask for our next question.
Hi, I'm Jason from Jay's Experience. I have a question. Bakit naisipan na idagdag tong Converge Freedom sa services?
Okay. Many people don't know that, the Converge, the group, is actually like 25, 26 years old na.
Talaga?
And, it actually started when our founder, by the way, he is here and he will speak later, no? Our CEO and founder, si Dennis Uy, started a cable company in Angeles City. So, in fact, kwento niya sa akin, in the early days, siya pa nga daw mismo naglalatag ng coaxial cable. So, we're actually a cable operator. So, that's number one. And then number two, we wanted to also operate a similar service in Metro Manila. Pero technology has changed, kaya iba yung platform namin. And the habits of users have changed. The generations are different, di ba? So we said na, why don't we do what we do well in the region, bring it to Metro Manila, but with a radically different experience. So, kumbaga, it's not exactly new to us.
I see. Thank you so much. That's all.
Thanks for the question.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Joy Majola of Vocations of Joy. What makes Converge Freedom the best option for Filipino consumers in terms of premium content and in terms of customer service? Kasi may nag-comment kanina when I shared about customer service. There. Thank you.
Well, again, number one, the lineup. So we basically look at what is important to customers, no? So pangalan to, David, no? So David was talking about sports, and it is one of those important things that customers say we should have. So, we have a lot of sports channels. So we have a balanced lineup, no? So that's number one. And then again, the features, diba? If you see the features, you get it from an OTT, but not from a cable company. And then the lineup, you get the lineup of a cable company which the OTT doesn't have. So we have the best of both worlds. Sabi nga natin, what you want, when you want, and where you want. And then from a service perspective, despite some noise, we actually are still probably the only company who really dramatically invest in support. Now, for example, and this is something that we don't talk about so much in the company, no? We have almost, if I'm not mistaken, tripled our workforce since I joined 3 years ago. Hiring organic employees. We are creating jobs. Diba? So, sometimes lang, we can't hire fast enough. So, but the important thing is that we're investing heavily in automation, self-serve capabilities, and even people. So, I guess that's how I would answer that concern.
Hi,
Sorry, I just add something, no? You know, we even set up our own training academy. So in Pasig, we have dedicated what do you call that? The mezzanine, spell mo nga. Second floor. We've dedicated that to a training facility. You know why? Because we found out that there are not that many qualified fiber technicians. And then, hindi naman sa nag-generalize, a lot of the experienced ones also bring bad habits. So what we wanted was to take younger people trained in technical or vocational school, and then we train them ourselves. We train them to be fiber optic technicians. Because again, there's not enough talent in the market. So I just wanted to add that. Yes, sorry.
Hi, I'm Venus from Captain Mind Gaming. So my question is, if the app is a streaming platform, how are you guys dealing with the data privacy? Because it has access to my local resources like private photos and videos. The app itself, it has an access to my local resources, so how is the data privacy of this app?
I'm not a very technical person. No? Sometimes I project myself to be. Pero firstly, it's more on a streaming, download. But it may have access. I guess it's your choice to either turn it off, or if you see that it may be accessing your information in your device unnecessarily, then you can raise it to us and we can take a look at it and adjust the app. But there is very little that it sends out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a good question. So we should look at that from the app perspective.
So hi, good afternoon. My name is Matthew from TechArcade.com. I just want to ask, earlier in the presentation, I've only seen Metro Manila and North Luzon only. So if not today, when will you start the Converge Freedom in other parts of the Philippines, particularly in South Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao? Thank you.
So there are two answers, no? Pero primarily, it's a regulatory thing. Diba? And sometimes it's a bit, what do you call that? It's a bit ironic. Netflix, you can buy it anywhere, right? And use it anywhere. But when you talk about the traditional linear content, what we're showing you, this is very much limited by two things. One is a license. So we need to have a license. Second, the coverage of our content distribution agreements with the content providers. So yon. And then second, again, there needs to be a Converge network already. Kasi nga, that's how we also kind of guarantee our partners in the content world na, we're not showing your content where it's not allowed. The short answer is we have applied in all areas where we operate, and every time we expand, we will apply. Just as an added information, our farthest north now is Baguio City. We went like 2 weeks ago. And our farthest south now is Naga in Bicol. So we operate in Naga. I hope that answers the question.
Do you have any more questions?
Sir, here. I have a question.
Hi, good afternoon. Nakita ko po dun sa app, merong pay-per-view option. My question is, may additional po bang bayad yon or free na kapag nakasubscribe or merong discount?
Actually, it's pay-per-view, no? So it's normally on top of your normal freedom plan. So these are mostly fights from some sports event na pay-per-view or some entertainment na. So it's normally on top of the freedom plan. Pero one time payment.
Yeah. Sir, I'd just like to ask, kumusta ng coverage dito sa Metro Manila? Anong area na kayo available?
To the best of my knowledge, and normally, tama naman siya, Pateros na lang kami hindi pa nagro-roll out. We're still in the engineering phase. But almost everywhere in Metro Manila, we have rolled out. Of course, the coverage would also depend on, like Quezon City is such a huge city that despite, it's being one of our biggest areas now, there's still a lot of areas where we're still rolling out. Pero almost all the cities were present now.
Sir, does that include Novaliches?
Oh yes, Novaliches, of course. Kasi like all the way to almost the border ng Bulacan, meron na kami operation.
The price range, sir, for the rates of the Freedom, Converge Freedom package, will it vary by area or is it the same?
We wish that it were the same. Kaya lang kasi, we also have, again, content distribution agreements and it depends on, the rate. That's why if you see for North Luzon, it's different on 300, 500, 700. And for Metro Manila, 299 and 599. 299 and 499. Pero if you allow me to make a joke, kasi in Metro Manila, most of our customers pay online. So you just pay an exact number, no? 299, 499. Sa region, marami pang nagbabayad sa business center. So if we charge 299, 499, wala kaming pansukli piso. So we said, let's just charge 300 and 500.
Sir, debit card.
Debit card. Oh yeah. Actually, we're espousing talaga na sana customers pay online. But no, the true answer is iba yung lineup sa region. And so when it's 1 peso more expensive, there are more channels.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. Good afternoon. I'm reading kasi the 10 reasons why you should choose fiber, and I saw one of the reasons is, ang sabi dito, it's the first pure end-to-end fiber network. So for a non-techie person like me, ano bang pinag-iba niya yung ibig sabihin ng pure end-to-end fiber kumpara doon sa alam natin na mga nagpo-provide ng fiber internet? Thank you.
Thank you. The network kasi is composed of several segments, no? One is to your home. That's from the post to your home, so fiber yon. And we don't offer any service today that is not fiber to your home. So that's number one. We don't have, the DSL, VDSL, or whatever. Fiber lang. And then from that post to our switch is fiber. And then in the backbone, meaning yung pinaka-gitna ng network namin, it's all fiber also. We don't have, microwave or any other technology na gano'n. So if you look at our network, from the house to the core, up to, our gateways, US, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Taiwan, fiber optics lahat siya. Walang copper, walang microwave, walang gano'n. So that's what we mean. Kaya ang mga taga-Converge, walang constipation eh. Very high fiber kami.
Thank you very much. We have time for 2 more questions.
Hello again.
Regarding nabanggit niyo po kanina yung content, I'd like to know, kasi nakita ko yung listing, all of these are all TV channels, existing TV channels. Is there a way that mga content creators magkaroon din ng ma-feature or something ma-offer din sa inyong mga channels?
Thank you very much. That's a lovely question. Well, number one, we also have a production studio in Angeles, in Pampanga, and I think we have our own channel. And one reason why we also don't have so many channels, because we're trying to reserve some, because these are some of the ideas that we really want to push in the future. Yung mga, people are trying to come up, create their own independence, etc. We'd really like to have that. So yes, thank you very much.
Follow-up question. By the way, I'm Christian Pena from TechniPH.com. You did say that you're going to provide, as a plan, original content in the future. Are you open to content creators such as myself for collaboration, maybe showing what we do on your channel or other media platforms that Converge currently have?
I believe today we're already open to that. We don't have any plan yet to create our own original content. But definitely, mga independent content creators, yes, we'd love to, to really move on that in the very near future.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for everyone's questions. And if you have any more questions or follow-up to your questions, you may approach our product team. Everyone basically who's wearing Freedom might be able to answer your questions. Although I believe we also have guests wearing Freedom. But anyway, thank you, Sir Boboy and Sir David for answering our questions and having insightful answers. Of course, Converge Freedom wouldn't be possible without our amazing content partners, and we would like to call on stage the following for the contract signing and photo op. So please join us here on stage, Ms. Monet Asuncion of Sony Pictures Entertainment, Ms. Gladys Jacinto of Fox Network Group, Mr. Tony Salak Padilla of Viva, Mr. Dave Aranjuez of Cable Boss, Mr. Danilo Smokey Mateo Jr. of Omni, Ms. Stephanie Ann Viloria of Solar Entertainment, Mr. Rene H. Esguera of Solar Digital, together with Mr. Joey Sigismundo. And lastly, Mr. Mark Lasik of Signal. Please join us here on stage for a photo op. So once again, we'd like to call on our content partners. Please join us here on stage. Ms. Monet Asuncion, Ms. Gladys Jacinto, Mr. Tony Sala Padilla, Mr. Dave Aranjuez, Mr. Smokey Mateo Jr., Ms. Stephanie Ann Viloria, Mr. Rene Esguera, Mr. Joey Sigismundo,